your house. Welcome back. Glad to be with you, my listener. Remember to subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and hit that notification button hapo juu. Anytime, every time we have content, tukipatana nayo. So I greet you again. Welcome to this conversation, and I do believe tutakuwa na conversation poa, conversation itatu open up akili zetu. So what am I talking about today? I'm going to talk about occupying State House and occupying Jesus is Winner Ministry. Yep. And through the whole topic, tunabonga a lot of things that kwa nini wasa wana feel like we should occupy those two places and more places in Kenya, because there is a lot of places to be occupied, but particularly for now, what is trending both on X and TikTok and other social medias imekuwa ni Occupy State House, Occupy Jesus is Winner Ministry. So tunataka tuangalie how did we end up here and why should we occupy. Reason yangu ya kwanza ni ati we cannot beat Kasongo, Kaongo and the rogue politicians of this country via an election. You msahau, because they'll still rig. Yeah, how many elections have been rigged in this country? Daniel Moi did that. Mwai Kibaki did that. Uhuru Kenyatta did that. William Ruto hata kuingia kwake yenye aliingia nayo it was all about rigging. It was not a free fair election. Numbers were not adding up. Scandals later emerged kwamba mpaka kulikuwa na schools in Baringo whereby kulikuwa na schools that don't exist but ziko na gate. They have hiyo kibao ya moto and they were even recognized by the Ministry of Education at that particular time, and they were polling stations at the same time, because most of our polling stations zinakuanga mostly mashule. The public schools are what they turn to be polling stations in most areas in Kenya. So ukijaribu kuangalia hizi vitu zote, history inatuambia you cannot win from a tyrant through face kwa ballot. So the only way for us to come up and change this country is through a revolution. And the revolution is going good. Revolutionist, every other revolutionist, including myself tumekuwa tukiwa vocal too much, and rest in peace for those who lost their lives fighting for this freedom from the GNZ movement. Victim number one was Rex Masai, to victim the last who for the recent times. Condolences to the family, and I'll just give you a moment of silence. Thank you very much. That moment of silence means a lot to me, and I think to any other person who understands that these young men and women were fighting for freedom, because there is a picture that has been going wrong in this country. Yep, and the June 25th, where it break and it out completely. Before June 25th, wasa walikuwa naibonga. If you look at my videos, I was talking about how Kenya was going the wrong direction, and it's a matter of time. Ilikuwa tu na ile when hit the streets and do the honorable, because now the problem is not only William Ruto. William Ruto is a problem currently, 100% a problem, but he's not the only problem we have. The problem here is we have a whole setup of a generation called KANU orphans, na watu wawili watatu wenye wameingia, young people wamekuja wamekorogwa na the KANU orphan tabia zao chafu mbaya, tabia zimeoza na wamezama, the likes of Jalango, the likes of Babu Wino, the likes of Edwin Sifuna, the likes of KJ, that is John Kerry, the likes of Oladama, Ole Kina, wamefika, wamekuwa tu pia wameingizwa kwa system. Even on Selassie wamefika to your point, Selassie apita pia amebebwa na hiyo wave. And I think it's a culture we need to move out, and I'm happy the GNZ wameamka na wamesema enough is enough, it's time for us to change this country and bring a better trajectory. So kwa nini wasa wana occupy hii church? Hii church ina occupy hiyo because of one thing. First and foremost, it's alleged and it's on record kwamba the church is actually trying to build on top of KDF's land, unajua. So Kasongo ameingia, amecorrupt the system vile kawaida yake, and then sasa imekuwa church yenyewe inafaa kuundwa kwa hiyo the military land. Na hii military land inakuwa still bado the church is overambitious whereby they want to build a church worth 1 billion. Wanaongelea kuhusu church kubwa to a point whereby it will have a helipad on top, and it's saddening in a country whereby we still have kids wanasomea kwa chini ya miti, you know, deplorable areas, unajua. We still have people who don't have water, maji tu ya kunywa, water for survival. Ni stress, tuliona wase wa kule Mandera, unajua, and Isiolo, people are suffering, real sufferation, wanachota maji literally na kama tope. And then the president goes to that church, na tunajaribu kuambia wasa church, be the church. Yeah, you don't need to welcome a tyrant in that house of yours. Respect the house of God. Your story ya kuletanga tu any other unajua, any other butcher, any other madara unamleta kwa church, and then you want to sanitize things, it's not gonna work. And it's a sad affair, and I do believe the Occupy Jesus Winners Church come March 9th should be the best trigger that will bring back the feeling and the moments of June 25th. Ukiangalia pastor, they're rude, unajua, ni wale wanatutapikia kwa miguu zetu after this is our taxes, because prior to William Ruto kuenda church hiyo Sunday, kulikuwa na reports, verified reports zilikuwa mpaka kwa newspapers and all over, unajua, the net, and unajua, though me and the media naambiaga don't trust unto it is there just to gaslight us. So the whole situation yati tulisonga mbele, tumekuja tumeona ati since John Mbadi became the finance minister or the financiers, maze kume withdrawiwa 1.3 trillion bila kutumia system, which is nowadays tunatumia system to transfer money from the national government to the counties and other state departments. Ikakuwa do inatolewa cash, like mnakumbuka hiyo time ya Waiguru na do ya cash ilikuwa inatolewa na bags. You remember the Ngirishi, you remember all that saga that came with Waiguru, the current governor Kirinyaga. Unakumbuka hiyo story yote ilikuwa inasemekana wasa walikuwa wanatoka na bags full of money. Now this is what is happening. So it's alleged zingine zimefichwa Karen, zingine zimefichwa, you know, State House, zingine ziko sijui in a military base somewhere. Dollars in terms of currency zimefichwa za ukamku kuhonga wa Kenya na kukua zinaibiwa na politicians wetu, especially our so-called president, the Butcher of Sugoi, William mwenyewe. So it's sickening, and I think I'll support the GNZs 110%. I'll be there pushing for change and reforms. Na mi ushindaga hapa nikisema the only medicine for us to get real reforms in this government ama in our coming government ni ati itabidi unajua to change the whole system of leadership. Like unaona hao wasenye wamekuaga hapo, PSs wameishingi ndani hizo maofisi, regime comes regime goes, unajua wao ndo wanakuja wanaosha do. Unacheki msee kama Henry Rotich, he was in the Uhuru Kenyatta government, William Ruto, na hii sasa the government of William Ruto stroke Gachagua stroke sasa Chiriku. You know, I think it's high time tuangalie kitu in a clinical way. I'm not going to be emotional about it. I'm just going to be clinical about it, and we must face facts. Kwangu una insist, the trigger is already there. We're not supposed to relent. We're supposed to have a strategy, an organized, you know, push of, unajua, a revolution itakuwa very positive towards the GNZ movement. Na najua tutawin because we are going the right place, tumekuwa tukifanya the right things, tumekuwa tukifanya everything, and we have crippled William Ruto. Whether ikifika kwanza kwa story ya communication, the communication thing to break into pieces. He cannot communicate anything. Whatever he says, whatever his CS says, every other mtu wa mkono kwake akiongea, it's always them wakijishtaki, wakijiambia ati wanataka kuwa arrogant. That's when they are saying what they have done that was not supposed to be done. So wamekuanga tu wakijiexpose wenyewe. We don't even really need investigators. Hao wenyewe tu wanakuja wanaropokwa, Kasongo wanaropokwa pande, John Badi anaropokwa pande, unaenda pande nyingine Opiyo Wandayi anaropokwa, uende Joho anaropokwa. You know, you go to Justin Muturi anaropokwa. Like these people, imefika point they cannot hold their thing. And this battle is not about us. It's a battle of God. And trust me, you my listener, easy shenanigans za religion tuondoe. There is what we call the battle of God. Because if you go and listen to how independent was, it was the battle of God. God was supporting the people. Despite mzungu alikuwa na every other machinery, every other, unajua, advanced even weapons, still our great grandfathers wali manage ku beat kitu na wakaweza ku beat system, although mkoloni aliwakula mbele, because again aliwaekea his own cronies, the same mistake we as GNZs will do. And that's why we usemaga eliminate Maraga from the picture, eliminate Matiang'i, eliminate sijui Babu Owino, eliminate sijui Ndindi Nyoro. Those are just other Kenyatas, other Ochieng Onekos. Ni wasetu wameundwa specifically for them to come and continue being the hand of the oppressor. Mkijiambia mlito oppressor, mmeingiza oppressor in your own color, in your own division. So the GNZ, mnaweza kwa mnajiambia tunatoa the old KANU orphans, alafu mnapata mumegurumiwa other young KANU, unajua, cronies wenye watakuja wakiingia kwa system waendeleze tu ile tabia ilikuwa ya the KANU orphans. So these are the Morara Kebasos, these are the Kasmuel. So tunaenda, yes, 9th. And I said again, Miss Joy kuja hapa kwa Prophet of Doom na kuja hapa kuonesha it's possible. We only need to organize ourselves. And by organizing ourselves, we need to shun away from people who make the movement all about them. It's about change in this country, and then it becomes about an individual. The likes of Okiya Omtata, and I'll always say this to my fans. Sorry for one time nilikuwa na feel like maybe you're the right person, but after doing my studies niliona by the way nilikuwa nimejibeba ujinga, because I was thinking Okiya was a clean man, but truth be told ni hawa wanataka tukae kwa hiyo cycle ya kukuanga kwa shida, because that's what they eat. Donors give them money because kuna such issues that are in Kenya. Pata ni street families, pata ni story ya HIV and AIDS, pata ni story ya, unajua, the rainbow people, pata ni story ya anything that affects us. Hiyo kukosa maji, kukosa good sanitary places, kukosa sanitary pads and sanitary towels. Unapata sasa yoyote wana capitalize, si kukutoa kwa shida. They will make millions on top of millions, now in the home in the names of NGOs, and most of them are under Ford Foundation, Nothing comes from Ford Foundation that is of help. Ni kama ile mnakumbuka ile story ya Mr Beast. We did that story I think kwa one of mine, na believe hours nyo anakujaga tu hapa kutu gaslight. Mr Beast alisema amechimba maji. Show me one place Mr Beast alichimba maji kwenye useme hii borehole ndio iliachwa na Mr Beast. It is all about gaslighting. But who earned more? Mr Beast earned more. Aliingia huko YouTube, obvious video iligana more views. Bottom line, who was paid? It's him and his cronies. But in real sense, did he help the people of Kenya? No. So you see, those foundations zina thrive kwa sababu ya shida. So tukieliminate shida completely, then we will never have those non-governmental organizations that are there siphoning money from, you know, donors outside there. Na hapo ndo do nyingi inapotea, because even those donors are stealing. Na tumeona na the Doge thing that Elon Musk ana hold sai, tumeanza kuona wanauliza, they are asking accountability, whereby you are a politician, your salary is this much, how did you end up being a multi-millionaire? Your salary is this much, how did you end up, unajua, and you're not an innovator, wewe si industrialist ati uko na mafactory ama unaunda vitu innovative, like sijui ulitoka na gadget fulani lazima itumike ndio, you know, ndio life isonge, ikifuata unapata hakuna. So here in Kenya we have the same people. So we can, if you can just shun away from them, you know them, all those bloggers, mnawajua, the Gabriel Ogundas, the Aoko girl, you know, the Pauline Njoroges, I say wamekam kwa dishi literally because they are there under payroll. Na wengine pia wanalipo pesa za ujinga, wakina Jinjue ni 27 shillings per day. Do ingine utoto msiauze country yake. And even in before hiyo time ya independence na time ya multipartyism, kulikuwa na wase kama hao walikuwa tu hapo wanaingia kwa Moi, wanaguzishoka kitu, wakitoka. The Jirongos were there. Do you think the Jirongos were there to help the people of Kenya? No, they were there to enrich themselves, and they ended up being rich. But down the line kuliendaje? Ndio ya wizi ikaangi kwa mfuko. So pia yeye kuna vile mambo yake ilienda ikaanza kuwa mbaya mbaya. And today he can attest and tell you, sijui anajaribu kujitetea, William Ruto was mtu wangu wa mkono, sijui he was the worst, he was the devil, he was the demon. But yeye hataki tuangalie pia yeye. He doesn't want to take responsibility na aseme a part and parcel of making Kenya be where it is today, because I had the power, the capability to bring change, but I didn't. So I'm happy for the Gen Z that you guys, we, all of us, the Gen Z is not just an age, it's about the mentality for now. Sisi wote tumekubali kitu moja. The trigger is here. We're going to take our 20 million from Jesus Winners Church Roysambu. Tunagonga huko pa, take it all, you know, flatten that thing. Mimi nasema on record, flatten that thing. We should start somewhere, heading somewhere. Na nafurahia sana the people of Majengo in Nairobi, mazi walikuwa provoked. Mtoi aliuliwa na policeman, alishutiwa like cold blood. Yeah, and I think he's a Form 3 young man. Wakaua bana. And then people went into rage. They burned the police station, they burned police car, hour for hour. Mali tumefika, hakuna story ya maji, bendera, simu, sijui. It's gone. These people are killing you. These people are killing you in the streets. You need to take them the way they are coming. You need to arm yourself. You need to defend yourself to the fullest, because these people hawana second thought. Hakuna kitu wanafikiria kuhusu wewe. They are thinking about them. It's about them. It's about their bosses. Na wengi wao, hata most of our police officers, hakuna doa wako nayo, hawana. Unajua the allowances are, wanaishi nyumba pathetic. They just live a pathetic life, but wanakubali kutumika. So it's high time nasema let's keep that pace. By keeping this pace, we must be very vigilant. Unafaa kuwa tumefunguka akili, tuangalie, tujue tunatoka wapi, tukienda wapi, because again we must make it correct than our grandfather did, our fathers did time ya the multipartyism. Now it's our time. Our time tusifanye blunders zilifanywa now. We have learned it. We did our mistake back in June 25th. We saw where we went wrong. Like in Aboni, came into the field, told people to go home so that they can be massacred, and then kukwenda hiyo uoga, and then from there kama wame neutralize on the streets. But kudos to us, we had another game plan, we went online, we started the communication war, and the communication war tumewin 110%. Tumeingia, tumeguza huku, uliona vile hii duster inaitwa Kimani Ichung'wah ilipanguza chini huko Al Jazeera. Unajua alikuwa tu anafagia huko kama mopa. And kudos to the GNZ movement. Their Danis are home today. They cannot take our airport. Tushafungua the Pandora box. Today tunajua SHA is not even operated in Kenya, and if it's operated in Kenya, it's not by the government of Kenya. Kuna waindi wawili watatu, still we go again. Tunapata sijui some Indian guy ndio anakula ido, na ni do wanaiba from the Kenyan public coffers. Hizi public coffers ndio zinafanya our health system isimame, our public means of transport zingekuwa zimesimama, our roads zingekuwa zimesimama, water. Unajua si maji hatuna in Kenya, it's only that we don't want to open those resources. Walisema the north is a water table, full water table. Maji tunaweza tukakunywa for the next millions of years. Maji imejaa Turkana, imejaa huko kote chini mazee. But our place is not productive. Our place, people die of drought. The place is full of wase wanaiba na ng'ombe, wanauana. It's just unajua a lawless place. Unajua na each and every other internal security ministry kikam inakuonesha vile we will go there, we will take over, we will change the north, we will make it a better place. Bro, Texas in the United States na Mexico down there, wanaunda ng'ombe, they are ranchers waze. The same thing with our Turkana, the Maasai, the Pokot. Story yao ni ufugaji, and that is what they can economically empower themselves with, na pia wachangie kwa GDP ya growth ya country yetu. But some few crook individuals in this government, unajua, because mimi usemaga the whole government elected people hawajafika 6,000, ni wase kama 5,000 including nominated. Now ndio wase wanatusumbua kwa kichwa. Imagine what we can do, what we can change and make it better. That's why narudi nasema it's high time now for the Kenyan youth to go take it. Si story ya kupatiwa ati ngoja utaletwa na silver platter. We cannot win it through an election. And that's why mimi nasema kitu moja. For myself here, as I speak with you guys, niko sure if things go the way they are going, I can't survive for the next 2 months. I'll crumble. Literally. Nitakuwa nimeanguka, like ndashindwa kulipa rent, ndashindwa kupeleka watu shule. Like things will stop running normally in the next 2 months, because already nishaanza feel hiccups. Wewe Kenyan mwenzangu, just sit down and analyze yourself and ask yourself the same question. Some wenye nimejaribu kubonga nao, some of my friends wananiambia they cannot even do a month, and then someone is telling you about 2027. Bro, that is 2.5 years. Administration ingine ingie ya ufala, chances are hata itarudi tu hiyo ya William Ruto, because atarigizo elections, mtokee mjaribu kupiga manduru, atoe our police and our army wanatumika vibaya, some of the levels za army sahi au big ranking generals wanatumika vibaya, and that's all. Check if there is no change. They cannot stand and tell the politicians enough is enough. They have the power, they have the capability, they can stand for us, but wameamuaje? They're going to be part and parcel of the hand of the oppressor. Lazima tufinye wakati tunafinywa na oppressors. Trust you me, it is possible to bridge State House. Naisema sina uoga, naisema nikijuanga what I'm saying, because it's people's power. The only thing we need a strategy, and this strategy is coming to State House. You don't have to use one road. We can use a lot of roads that will connect us going to State House. Our police force is very small. We can stretch them to the maximum. Kuanzia mtaani to State House. Hizi vitu zinaweza zikaanzia mtaani, tuanze kufuruga huko mtaani kabisa. Whereby we pull all the resources zenye wako nazo our police force, because now again, as said, si story ya maji, si story ya bendera, si story ya simu. Now it's aura for aura. We are taking this country. Our freedom fighters hawakukaa kaanza kusema sijui ni maji na spirituality sijui na nini. They did their part physically. Waliingia msitu, most of them hata wakitoka, you could feel they had no touch with family life. They have stayed in forests mpaka wamekuwa wase tofauti, because freedom doesn't come just easily. We don't want to be the Egypt of Africa anymore. We don't want to be Tunisia of Africa anymore. We want to be the Burkina Faso of Africa. We want to be the Mali of Africa. We want to be the Niger of Africa. Whereby Kenya tukishatoka hakuna kurudia the same mistake. We gotta clean the mess completely 110%. That's what nimesema. If you can stretch these people to the maximum, and I'm talking about not only the capital, I'm talking about the whole of Kenya. Isiolo inafunguka, Nakuru, Mombasa, Eldoret, Kisumu, every other place, there is that pull and pressure that will cripple our police force 110%, because now we have to take it. And these people are adamant to kill us, Warun, over ashes. They are determined to do that. Because again, who do you rule who cannot feed themselves? Who do you rule who cannot even pata matibabu? Who do you rule who dies daily from bad road designs? Who do you rule yet wasi wako desperate? Unajua, like, people are just there, mental issues, unajua hizo mental diseases ndio zinatukula. Unajua, like sasa tuko hapo tunakuliwa na depression mbaya. It is a disaster literally. Unapita hivi kwa streets mazo, unapata young people mazo wasio wanajiongelesha, wasio wamekula mwoka imejaa kila mahali, hata ajielewi yako wapi. Unajua, people are smoking weed in the wrong way. Weed is not bad, but the moment you do anything extreme, including food, fike mahali mpaka tunakula food the wrong way, it will end up destroying us, because tutakuwa based, na tukikuwa based, health yetu inakuwa jeopardized. So it's high time as a society to do the right thing, and the right thing is, let's join hands, let's bring ourselves together, let's fight this regime as one people, create a better country, not only for us. Let's not be selfish. We build this country for the next coming many generation, because we will believe in institutions. Government ingia kwanza, the first thing it should do, bring back all the money that has been stolen by the Kenyattas, by the Mois, by the Kibakis, by the Uhurus, and now the Kasongos. You do yote kirudishwa. Trust you me, we can build a first world country within a very short span, because I do know Wakenya kujituma ni ujituma. You're very innovative people. Hakuna M-Pesa dunia mzima ilitoka hapa. It was created here in Kenya. Imagine what we are capable of as young people of this country. Yeah? Nobody can win a fight with us when it comes to online beefs. Hawawezi wakatutoa. The kind of information that we have as Kenyan youth and Kenyan people, it's far beyond what we can imagine. But tumereduciwa to 2027. Do you know, or are you sure that you will reach 2027 together? Ni watu wangapi wameingia depression? Ni watu wangapi wamejitoa uhai simply because life is not adding up? Until when? It's high time we do the right thing. And the right thing is, let's take this country back. Let's take what belongs to the people of Kenya back to Kenya. And let's make those who stole money from us, wakakopa do na hazikufika, let them pay for it. Because that's what we call odious debt. Ni debt haikupitia channel yenye inafaa. Ni debt haikupitia channel ya constitution yetu vile inasema. Because ukitukopesha do, supposed to come to our consolidated bank, our consolidated fund, and then from our consolidated fund ndio inapelekwa kwa projects. Ni do ngapi tumekopeshwa zenye hazijaingia kwa consolidated funds? Trillions. You're talking about trillions of shillings or billions of dollars zimekuwa zikiletwa tu, zinaingizwa, zinakuliwa na wasee. We have evidence. Uhuru Kenyatta has over $400 million ambazo alikula with no trace for the 2 euro bonds of his time. William Ruto was part and parcel of that government. Raila Odinga was part and parcel of that government. I need you guys to see how bad this situation is. So there is no Raila to save you. There is no Martha Karua. There is no William Ruto. There is no Uhuru Kenyatta. There is no Gachagua. There is no Peter Selassie. You know, mnajiambia ati sijui the enemy of my enemy is your enemy. Stop bullshitting with yourselves. Cheni kutumia upuzi. Tuanzeni kutumia the real thing. The real thing is an enemy is an enemy. It doesn't matter who the enemy is for whom. Our goal is not to try. Our goal is to make change in this country. And for that change to come, we must agree on one term. That these people wana need kufunzwa lesson.